Hello Pisces, Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We will be doing your monthly January 2024 reading to start off the new year. So let's pull out some cards, see what we got for you. So general reading, make sure that you, well not make sure, but really just take what resonates with you. Forget the rest, all that good stuff. Everything is here to help you raise your awareness so you can manifest or create the reality that you want by using your power of choice. So let's see what we got here. Major arcanas, love, okay, so let's start off here. Let's talk about the past, recent to long-term past. I have a feeling here for some of you, Four of Swords reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, there's something here in terms of your thought processes, mental realm, mental health, anything like that. I think you've really tried to let go of things that didn't work out for you in the past. So for some of you, if that does resonate. There's certain things that may have, if they didn't work out for you, it probably took its toll in terms of like mental anguish, mental pain, might have been running it over and over in your head, at nighttime, disrupting your sleep patterns, all of that stuff. And not to say that's a bad thing, that's a normal reaction for all of us, but that gives you the context for, because ultimately you have the Star card as well. From that pain, you've learned to let it go, to almost like be at peace with it in a certain sense, looking at that Four of Swords as well. Really trying to be at peace and find sanctuary and clarity of mind, peace of mind, really. I think by doing so, you have pretty much embodied this star energy, which is pretty much saying like you've found new hope, by letting go of things that didn't work out or didn't serve you in some type of way, to let go of those disappointments, those victories that were so close but no cigar, by doing so, you kind of are able to find new hope within yourself, to get very clear on who it is that you are, what you can offer, what you're capable of, and you're finally able to just be your most authentic self in a certain way. And this could be in the recent to long-term past. So by doing that work and making sure your mental health is okay, by taking away any type of pain, you're able to become more present into your current moment. As we move on to your present for January, let's see here. Okay. So first off, we got the Justice card. Justice card is saying, that you, going back to those swords, learning how to be very fair with yourself, taking accountability for the things that you are responsible for in any type of shortcomings or failures or things that didn't work out, whatever it may be. The Justice card is saying that there is some type of karmic justice that is coming your way, And that also, as she holds those scales, it talks about being fair, I think for some of you, it really is about just being fair to yourself right now. Looking at that Star card, I really do feel like you are putting yourself first, and making sure that you are taken care of before anyone else is, So that Justice card is really, showing that you are putting yourself as number one right now, I see this even more with the Four of Pentacles as well. I see here conservation of energy and resources, of money, if that is something that you are thinking about or struggling with or anything like that. But even just as energetically, as you have been going through this healing process and coming into yourself, into a new version of yourself, if you will, you're still using that energy to heal, using that energy for yourself and not for other people per se. It's funny, this comes right underneath the Four of Swords as well. So it's kind of like I've made peace with myself mentally. Now I have to make sure I'm okay health-wise and financial-wise as well. And I have to focus on just my needs before anyone else's. So we also have the Queen of Cups here in reversed. I have a feeling for some of you, if this is a reading of some kind with love, there's some love cards here as well. But the Queen of Cups here, You know, I think on the mental realm and on the physical realm, I think you're all right. You know, I think you've come to peace. You found a peace of mind, as I said before. You're working on creating security and stability for yourself financially or health-wise. But in the emotions, I feel like you are still maybe blocking off any possibilities of love, because there are some things I will talk about here in terms of future and outcome. This lands right in the middle of your reading, so maybe emotions are put on the back burner right now. You know, maybe you aren't willing to dive too deep because it may be still too painful for some of you from looking at the past, and maybe some hurt that may lie there as well. And it's like, I see this, like this card comes right underneath the star card. So it's weird to see, because you see the water bearer, you know, with the star. She has these 2 jugs and filling them, and she's letting them go, you know, with all this spiritual knowledge and spiritual feeling, which I think you've learned about yourself in terms of a personal aspect. But with the Queen of Cups here reversed being right underneath that, it's like you don't want to share that cup with someone. You know, I think you know who you are in a certain sense, but you're still maybe unsure of who to give this cup to, or who would be willing to accept this cup, who is worthy of this cup of my love, etc. Again, I say this because we got 2 things. First, we got the 2 of Cups reversed, and we got the 3 of Swords reversed. So here it's saying, you know, talking about future and outcomes, you know, I think there is the next step from being mentally okay and physically okay. Now I think it's something where you are starting to unpackage maybe some emotional baggage. You know, really looking back at any past hurt here that's the 3 of Swords right here, that still linger in your heart. You know, even though this is a sword card, you know, you see the heart and the emotion right there, the sorrow, the pain, the trauma, you know, that may have come, the heartbreak of anything. You know, we also got the 2 of Cups here reversed, saying that maybe it was unrequited love that wasn't seen as equal or seen as important, or just completely ghosted or ignored, one or the other. You know, that there is pain there that needs to be unloaded. Even more so, we got the 9 of Cups here in reverse, you know, another cup. You know, all your cups here are in reverse. So it's saying something here where there is some type of resistance or blockage in terms of the emotional realm for some of you. So here it's really saying, you know, that you're starting to really unpack a lot of these big emotions where there was not love. You know, there was probably some hurt or breakup in the past as well, some separation. But also we got the 9 of Cups saying, you know, that it's almost as if you wanted to wish for something, that you really like you saw something as very fulfilling, and that you were almost there at getting it. Like, I get this feeling like almost there. It was almost at my fingertips, you know, that 9 almost being a 10, talking about completion, you know. It's like you were almost there to make it happen, but it just didn't. And this lands right underneath that that Ace of Swords reversed as well. You know, that 9 plus 1 equals 10, but it didn't happen. It was not a victory. It was kind of like a loss. So it's like a completion, a 10, but on a different level, you know, on the different spectrum, where it's like, instead of causing the emotional fulfillment, it caused emotional pain, deep emotional pain for some of you. So I can almost see here, you know, I have a feeling with these water cards, it's talking about future and outcome for the month. I think it's you really starting to heal emotional trauma now. You're already okay in the mind. You're already okay on your physical realm. Now the emotions are the things are the next thing to get rid of, or to really, not really get rid of, can't erase the past, but you can at least come to peace with it, you know, do that shadow work, do that healing, you know, and to really come to terms with, you know, being emotionally okay. So that's kind of what I see for the month. A lot of healing. I mean, you've come to a great place. I love seeing that star card. You know, you're starting to get to know yourself on multiple levels, which is great. Being renewed and reborn, you know. But now it's really asking you to be fair with your emotions. That judgment card, no, the justice card as well. Use that justice card to hold yourself accountable, but not for anything you are not accountable for. Be fair with yourself. So as we move on, let's do some clarity cards and see what else we got. Crazy. Okay. So here, Knight of Swords, first of all. As I said, you know, this I look straight to this Ace of Swords right here. You know, Ace of Swords usually means victory, but I also see it as a certain truth, a belief system that you find that guides you, you know, that doesn't cause you pain, that you use this to defend yourself and to unlock new paths, to cut down new paths, which are your destiny. The Knight of Swords is kind of like this, you know, he holds that single sword. And I think here is like asking you to use your clarity of mind to really help get you through some of any obstacles or any type of battles you have to face, especially on the emotional realm, because thoughts and emotions very much intertwined. You know, they affect each other indefinitely. You know, so if you have a good peace of mind, use that to your benefit as you do any emotional healing as well. Don't let your mind wander. Hold your truths very strong. Be convicted in your truths about yourself, the things that are very honest about yourself, to guide your emotional healing. What else do we have? We got the Nine of Wands here as well. It's popped up a lot, talking about great strength. So here's that wounded warrior energy. I mean, for some of you, I really see that there was some type of loss, separation, heartbreak, sorrow, things almost working out, but just taken away last moment, you know. And that Nine of Wands here is really talking about, you know, creating those walls and those barriers because of being wounded and of being hurt, you know. And so it's asking you, maybe by unpacking some of this emotional stuff, whoever this resonates with, you know, you're able to let down those walls a little bit, you know, and to realize, you know, it's just in the past. You know, this wound I don't have to carry my whole life. I'll always remember it, but it doesn't have to affect my decision making now, you know. We also got the Five of Wands as well, strife. You know, this comes at the very bottom row, again, with that Two of Cups, Three of Swords, Nine of Cups reversed. All those things that some of you may be unpacking during that month of January. Here, that is ultimately causes strife. It causes discord, you know. It causes instability of some kind. So here I think it's something to be aware of for the future, you know, like understand like the healing period is beautiful once you're done with it, but the healing process is difficult. It is strife incarnate. Like, really, it's you facing your shadow, you facing very dark and hard, difficult parts of yourself, and the past, whatever it is, whatever traumatic events they may be, but that is a difficult thing. But I also see here with this fire, you know, it's kind of like being put through the test, you know, put through the fire. It's made to purify you. Purify you. Never thought of that way. Purify you, but purify you. But anyway, it's supposed to purify you, make you cleansed of all the stuff that we hold on to sometimes throughout life, and to help you realize, you know, you don't have to hold on to it anymore. You can be healed, and you don't have to carry that weight with you throughout life and have it affect your decision making or affect your future opportunities down the road, especially if it is you healing from love. You want to be open to love. You want to have a light, no baggage heart with love the best you can, you know, to take the lessons but not the pain. So let's pull out some more cards for the future. Jeez, a lot of these keep on appearing. Okay. For you, we got Soul Song. Here is kind of saying, you know, I mean, I look to that Star card. If you are starting to feel more authentic to yourself and you're starting to heal on different levels, it's literally your song, I mean, your soul really just singing, expressing itself, you know, and just feeling lighter and feeling happier with your situation. So really, I see here in terms of Soul Song, also listening to music, the healing power of music, undeniable. You know, it is really undeniable how well music or just frequencies or whatever it is that you believe in can really touch your soul and just kind of get those internal emotions and thoughts going, where you can kind of release them. You know, if the thoughts start going, start writing them down on paper, giving them form, and then crumpling it up or burning it. You know, if it's something emotional, bring something that gives you some tears. It's okay to cry. That's one of the beautiful things about crying, is just releasing a lot of pent up, backed up energy, like a dam that's about ready to overflow. So think about it that way. So connect with music and understand by doing so, you're healing your soul, allowing it to express itself and sing the song it's meant to sing. We got Awakening. Here, again, I see that Star card. You know, there's something here saying, like, you know, you're being awakened because there's a lot of pain that needs to be released, you know, and by doing so, you are going to allow other things to take the place of that pain. New opportunities, new love for some of you, if that makes sense. But really, it's asking you that you have to go through those, you have to dive deep in the waters of your emotions. You have to really dive deep and to heal whatever trauma there is in there in order to be awakened for the new opportunities that the universe has for you. Inward revolution. As I said, you know, you got to dive deep into those emotions. Like that inward revolution, you got to shake things up from the inside. You know, there is something here that's saying if there is a lot of pain, if there is a lot of trauma that you hold on to, it's time to look in and to change that crap up, you know, because it's just holding you back from future happiness and opportunities. Finally, let's pull out one more card. Waiting. Love to see this because, you know, I can totally see that with this reading. You know, for some of you, I really feel like it's all about this star card where you're making yourself the star and the focus of your life right now, which is wonderful. And I think there is something to say about, by doing so, it's putting yourself on that waiting process, especially if you're looking for love or healing from love. There has to be a time for you to heal before there is a time for you to act and for time for you to start putting your energy back out there. So I really feel like there is this waiting process where if you take advantage of it, use it for your healing, to release old trauma, old baggage, it's only going to help you understand yourself even more, to kind of fit into the skin that you're in right now, and to kind of reinvent yourself into who you are meant to be at this current moment so that you know what you are able to give. You're not held on or beholden to the past anymore, and you don't use those things as excuses or as fear that gets in the way of your present moment, you know? So that's kind of what I see for some of you Pisces out there. You are really coming into your own. There's still things that are being released right now, but understand if you go through that process, it's only going to help you awaken to who you are meant to be at this moment. So again, if this reading did resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you like. I would love to read it. And consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. I would love to keep in touch for future readings. But that's all I got for you at this moment. I want to say thank you so much again for watching. Very, very, very much appreciate you. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.